For nearly 40 years, the world lived on the edge of nuclear disaster. The US and the Soviet Union, two superpowers, two ideologies, one wrong move away from global destruction. But on November 21, 1985, something happened. Something small on the surface but historic in impact. Two men met, Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev, for the very first time, and the Cold War began to thaw. The Geneva Summit was supposed to be symbolic. No treaty. No signatures. Just a handshake between leaders who barely trusted each other. But that handshake was more powerful than any document. Inside a lakeside villa, 4 hours, Reagan and Gorbachev talked openly, sometimes firmly, sometimes warmly, about nukes, security, and the terrifying idea of mutually assured destruction. And for the first time in decades, both sides realized something important. Talking was better than threatening. The world had over 60,000 nuclear weapons. The arms race was out of control. But in Geneva, the two leaders finally reopened a dialogue that had been frozen for years. They didn't solve everything. They didn't sign anything. But they broke the ice. Reagan famously said afterward, "We can find ways to reduce the danger." And Gorbachev? He returned home convinced that cooperation, not confrontation, was the future. What began in Geneva led directly to something monumental. The INF Treaty of 1987, the first agreement to actually eliminate an entire class of nuclear weapons. Historians look back at November 21, 1985, and call it a turning point. The moment the Cold War stopped getting colder, and the world finally stepped back from the brink. Two men. One meeting. No treaty. Just a conversation that reshaped history. November 21, 1985. The day the Cold War began to end.